In today's Grand Theft Auto 6 video, we're going to be diving into the secret life of Jason and Lucia that you might not have known about in the Grand Theft Auto 6 franchise. Hey, how's it going, guys? Dalton here with another video on the YouTube channel. And in today's Grand Theft Auto 6 video, once again, we're going to be diving into the secret life of Jason and Lucia, their backstory, their romance story, if they would have never met, and a whole lot more. So if you guys do enjoy videos like this on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily awesome videos like this. So as we've seen in the trailer that Rockstar Games posted a couple months ago, we will notice that Lucia is actually locked up in jail or prison, whatever you want to call it. And she is actually talking to her counselor, Stephanie, and we don't really know what she's currently talking to Stephanie about. All I know is that Stephanie would have said, "Lucia, do you know why you're here?" And she says, "Bad luck, I guess," which makes me wonder that they must have done a huge criminal robbery. And at the time, a lot of players didn't actually, fans in the GTA 6 community, didn't actually know Jason already knows Lucia, because she already says, "Bad luck, I guess." And that is because they actually got into legal trouble as they robbed a huge bank in the state of Leonida. I'll leave a link in the description to this article so you guys can check it out for yourself if you are interested. But it's the backstory of pretty much what happens before Grand Theft Auto 6 takes place, which has Lucia and Jason robbing a huge bank. It goes wrong because Lucia and Jason actually get the cops called on them, as it normally would when they're committing a robbery. And it looks like Jason and Lucia weren't that great at getting away because the cops officially arrested Lucia, brought her to prison. Jason somehow escaped. We don't know exactly. That is unconfirmed. But we do know Jason does escape. And Lucia goes to prison. That's kind of why we see her in the middle of the trailer in prison. So that's how we know so far. So a big bank robbery went wrong, a failed bank robbery. That's why Lucia is in prison. Well, a few months later, Lucia is actually expecting a breakout from her lover, Jason. Now, they don't always become lovers until the end. There's also some leaks and information from the 2022 leaks that Jason and Lucia are going to be pregnant with a baby. They're going to get married, which is going to be really cool to see in that storyline. So Jason and Lucia are kind of just friends or acquaintance or even bank business partners at this point. Well, Jason actually creates a distraction for the police so he can break a hole into the prison and officially get Lucia out of there. The both two fled. Jason has a helicopter they fly away on, and then that kind of begins their journey in Grand Theft Auto 6 as the police are currently looking for them, and they're wanted. I mean, I'm going to use a little Red Dead Redemption 2 reference. They're wanted dead or alive in this instance. So what they do is they're planning to rob Hank's Waffles, which we know that that is a place in the 2022 leaks as well. So it comes on to the story that they're still working on it, doing the planning and making sure it's the right move. So Jason and Lucia are currently working on that. Now, we don't know any other missions that currently take place in Grand Theft Auto 6, but we do know that they are working together, and they have a major safe house. In this instance, in the end of the game, Jason and Lucia might even betray each other, as there's talk between one of them has to go, and you will most likely get to pick Jason or Lucia. That is up to your choice. As we've seen in the leaks, the Florida Joker is also going to take part in this as well. It looks like dirt bike races are going to be in session 2. So some of these instances where you're seeing like cops pull over, doing illegal racing could be some of the missions that take place in Grand Theft Auto 6 or with the high rollers. In this instance, Jason and Lucia are here by the liquor here, breaking into and leaving the scene with the Class A vehicle as they go on by the gun store, which is actually owned by Jerry Kapowitz, who was basically the homeless guy in Grand Theft Auto 4, who became a rich millionaire after Luis dropped the diamonds, and he found diamonds in the city traffic of Liberty City, and he became to open a shop in Vice City, and he wanted to open a gun store, and that is why Jerry Kapowitz is actually here, and that's kind of how Jason and Lucia become the lovers who they are today. as they're known to be bank robbery partners forever. And they have honestly done a great job at getting rid of the cops and clearing the tail, because there are instances where the cops do locate Lucia in the middle of the state of Leonida but do not catch her. And that is kind of why, GTA games have you lose the wanted level before going to the mission or going to a specific, point on the map, so you don't bring the law and attention. Well, in this point of time, Jason and Lucia have their first date, and it looks like that's one of the restaurants in game. Looks like they have one of their dates, and that's kind of how they start the romantic life that they want. So they end up having the first date, they end up deciding to be girlfriend and boyfriend, and they want to live together. And then in the point of story in time, they also want to get married, so they are going to be planning a wedding, which they currently get engaged. And that is kind of how their life goes. And once they actually get pregnant with their baby, as we don't know for sure if that's going to happen or not, but I honestly assume if they get pregnant and they have their baby, I wonder if they're going to stop their life of crime. That makes me wonder what Rockstar Games are currently going to do in that instance where Jason and Lucia could drop their life of crime to focus on their kid. Because as we've seen in Red Dead Redemption 2, the little reference here, Jack Marston was actually born into basically a killer gang, which Dutch and Vanderlyn, in the end, was a major killer who always wanted to kill people. So Jack was actually brought up in that life, and I don't think Rockstar wants to make that mistake again to have kids involved in that drug slash, criminal robbery life. I think they want the kid to be peaceful. Then a lot of you guys are going to say, well, Dalton, Grand Theft Auto, games are all about violence and robberies and stuff like that. Yeah, but I feel like they would go a different approach, or if Jason and Lucia decided to take a break from robbery and spend more time with the child. Because we've seen more instances in games like this where the villains become basically the companions of the villains, and pretty much, Jason and Lucia are kind of like the same thing. They used to be business partners, now they're married, now they're dating, they have a home life, and it's not unconfirmed if they have like a big house they stay in. Obviously, since it's the state of Leonida and the Miami version of Florida, I do believe they probably are staying in a big house, because some of these missions have them going to pool parties, some of these missions have them, racing and stuff, so this obviously will take place before they have the baby. And it's kind of sad to see how things would end up, because if Jason and Lucia happens to die, or one of them is chose to kill themselves, one of them would have to be, the baby would have to be out with a mother or father. So that would be a horrible, tremendous story that I don't think Rockstar Games would be going for here. So I wonder if they're gonna maybe even adopt the baby, or maybe they might even get rid of it for adoption, because their crime of life is they have a big price on their head that they can't afford to have their child wrapped into that. So there could be a great story on the top of it, but there also could be a sad story as well. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Everything we talked about today, discussing the life and secrets of Lucy and Jason that you might not have known about. I'd love to hear from you guys. Are they going to get married? Is the baby going to kind of go to adoption? Do you think Jason and Lucia will have a baby and get married? You guys can let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. But like I said, guys, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily awesome videos, such as Rockstar Games videos, all the upcoming GTA 6 and Red Dead Redemption 2 videos that I'll be doing on my channel. Subscribe for more of those. And of course, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Stay happy, healthy, and well. And I'll see you guys all later on the next video.